Benny Andersson, born on December 16, 1946 in Stockholm, Sweden, was immersed in music from an early age. Growing up in a family with a deep love for the craft, he was taught to play the accordion by his father and grandfather before teaching himself the piano. His musical tastes were broad, ranging from Swedish folk music to the rock and roll sounds of Elvis Presley, shaping the diverse style that would later define his career. At just 15, Benny decided to leave school and pursue music full-time, quickly establishing himself as a promising talent in the Swedish music scene. His first major success came with the Hep Stars, a popular 1960s pop band. It was here that his songwriting skills began to shine, laying the groundwork for his future work in one of pop music's most iconic groups, ABBA, the meeting of musical minds, Benny and Bjorn. In 1966, Benny's life and musical journey took a pivotal turn when he met Bjorn Ulvaeus, a fellow musician and songwriter. This meeting sparked the beginning of one of the most successful songwriting partnerships in music history. Together, Benny and Bjorn began to compose songs that would lay the foundation for the formation of ABBA. Their collaboration was unique, with Benny's melodies providing a powerful complement to Bjorn's insightful lyrics. However, it wasn't until the duo met Agnetha Fältskog and Anni-Frid Lyngstad, whose voices they believed would perfectly complement their songwriting, that the idea of ABBA truly took shape. The combination of Benny's musical brilliance, Bjorn's lyrical depth, and Agnetha and Anni-Frid's vocal talent created a group that would go on to change the course of pop music forever. The birth of ABBA, Waterloo, and the start of global fame. After early struggles, including several name changes and near misses, ABBA finally broke through in 1974 with their Eurovision-winning hit, Waterloo. The song's success was the catalyst that launched them into the stratosphere of pop stardom. Suddenly, ABBA was a household name, and their music began to echo across the world. The 1970s saw ABBA release an array of chart-topping singles like Dancing Queen, Mamma Mia, Fernando, and Knowing Me, Knowing You. These songs became timeless anthems, beloved by fans across generations. The group's infectious energy, catchy tunes, and glossy image made them pop icons, and they achieved success in countries around the globe. However, even with all this success beneath the surface, the band was facing struggles that would later affect their personal and professional lives. The complexities, behind the glitter, romantic struggles and breakdowns. While ABBA's music was filled with joy and energy, the personal lives of the band members told a more complicated story. Both of the romantic relationships within the band, Benny and Anni-Frid's marriage and Bjorn and Agnetha's, began to crumble under the pressures of fame, constant touring, and the changes that come with growing as individuals. Agnetha and Bjorn's divorce in 1979 was a turning point for the band, followed by Benny and Anni-Frid's separation in 1981. The emotional toll was undeniable, and despite the group's continued recording and touring, it was clear that the strain was taking its toll on their music. Their final album, The Visitors, 1981, marked a shift in the band's sound, reflecting themes of heartbreak, disillusionment, and personal introspection, signaling that the era of ABBA's carefree, glitter-filled hits was coming to an end. The end of an era. ABBA's quiet farewell. By the end of 1982, ABBA had quietly stepped away from the limelight. Though there was no official announcement or farewell tour, fans were left wondering why the band had disbanded so abruptly. The band's legacy, however, was secure. They had created a catalog of music that would endure for decades. Despite the public's hunger for more ABBA, the group members moved on to different projects. Benny and Björn continued their musical journey with theater productions like Chess and Mamma Mia, which achieved success in their own right. Meanwhile, Agnetha and Anni Frid took time away from the spotlight to focus on their personal lives. The hiatus marked a period of reflection for the band members who had experienced not just immense professional success, but also the personal upheavals that come with such fame. ABBA's return, Voyage, and the reunion of a lifetime. For many years, the idea of an ABBA reunion seemed impossible. The band had long since parted ways, with each member pursuing their own projects and finding happiness outside of the group. But in 2021, fans were thrilled to learn that ABBA had reunited to record Voyage, an album that would prove the band's bond had never truly disappeared. The process of recording together again was emotional, and the album reflected the growth and maturity of the band members over the decades. The success of Voyage was a testament to the lasting power of ABBA's music and the enduring connection between Benny, Björn, Agnetha, and Anni Frid. In 2025, when Benny and Anni Frid appeared together at the Voyage concert in London, their shared moments of laughter, warmth, and quiet affection showed the world that the deep respect and love they had for each other had never faded. Legacy and continued influence. ABBA's music lives on today. ABBA's music continues to fill arenas thanks to groundbreaking digital performances that bring their timeless hits to a new generation of fans. Mamma Mia remains a staple on Broadway, showcasing the enduring appeal of their music through theater. Benny Andersson, now 78, has finally allowed the world to see the true essence of ABBA, not just as a pop phenomenon, but as a story of love, heartbreak, and resilience. The band's songs, which were born out of their personal struggles, have become the soundtrack to millions of lives around the world. As their music continues to captivate audiences, ABBA's story reminds us all of the power of music to survive the trials of time, relationships, and fame, while continuing to bring people together across generations.